All right, so welcome back to another episode. Here I have the Kent Trouvaille, and I'm going to ditch this dropper post. So I've been running into some issues with it. It's got a little wobble. I can wiggle here. It's an Exa Form. It's the 860i, which has a suspension piece built into it, and I don't really use it very often. I'm just having a hard time creating the habit of dropping it, and I'm using my inner thigh against my saddle whenever I'm going around corners and things, so I'm really not using the dropper post. The dropper post weighs about a pound. So the old seat post, it's aluminum, pretty light, but it's definitely not as heavy as this dropper post. So the first thing that I've got to do here, of course, is break it loose right here. All right, and then right here is where the cable goes inside the tube. I'll put this in a drawer, and eventually maybe I'll come back to it, you know. I'm practically feeding it now. There we go. So I've got it pulled out here. Got that piece. Just set that back here on the bench for now. All right, so if we can get that grip off. Okay. Oh, boy, she was tight. My goodness. Okay. See, I think that might be the smaller one. Yep. All right, there's that. Okay. So there's this little bar back here that's preventing the cable from just coming straight out at a nice angle. It kind of crimps it slightly, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to get. I'd take that end cap off to get around this curve. But you want it on this side because of you definitely don't want the tire rubbing against it. There we are. Got this piece through here. This is of course the handle that we had. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this on through. Very cool. That's done. This is just an aluminum bar, hollow in the center. Of course, this is the Kent Trouvaille, so it's a 30.4, which is very irregular. One day I know I'll have to make myself use this and get used to it, but for whatever reason, I just have a hard time using it, especially since it started wobbling, feeling that little bit of give in it. There we go. I say there we go, and I don't. All right. There we go, got it loose. Let's get that back in the frame. All right, so I thought it'd be real nice to get a carbon fiber seat post, but those for a 30.4 millimeter don't exist that I can tell. I can't find one. So unless I shim it, which I suppose I could do, but so I'm gonna move it back just a little bit. So the Kent Trouvaille and the Ozark Trail Hardtail have almost identical geometry, with the exception of the reach on the Trouvaille is a little bit shorter. It's a little bit shorter reach by, I think, about an inch. All right. So I got the old seat post back on. Now I've just got to go ahead and put my brakes and bar back on. This is the Shimano MT200 brakes. Slide that on first, and then I'll put my Corgi grip on. I really like those grips. Of course, we want to put our end cap back on. I like to keep the little socket head cap screws a little bit on the lower side underneath. Once I get this one tight, then I can put the brake back in place. Gotta be able to, the brake handle gets in the way of this screw here where I like it to be. All right. Now I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to try to scoot these brakes in a little bit. I saw where someone had made a recommendation to move your levers in to the point where you could just use your forefinger for braking. So I'm gonna try that out. I think it's a pretty interesting idea. So I'm gonna do that. Give it a shot. Might hate it. I don't know. That way you can grab the handle with most of your hand without losing grip when you're trying to brake. Apparently that's a rookie thing to do, you know. So, all right. So that is definitely more sturdy feeling than that Exa Form dropper post. I don't know. So this dropper post, I actually turned it down in a lathe. And I have a video where I do that. A 30.8 and a 30.4. 0.2 millimeters is actually 0.2 millimeters, I believe, is 20 thousandths on diameter. So that's only 10 thousandths off the wall, which is less than a 64th. That, I mean, and it being aluminum, I could have probably polished that off pretty quick. So this did not compromise the inside of that, I promise you. But for whatever reason, it's just got that just a little bit of wobble, which in this, it doesn't look like anything, but when it's on a seat that's sticking out 3 to 4 inches, it exaggerates it and you can really feel it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just is Exa Form kind of a budget brand? I don't know. I mean, this thing was $100. So anyways, that puts this under 30 pounds. This is now a 29-pound bike with the dropper seat post removed. Of course, you got the RiceWorks badge on the front, Monital Marcor fork. Love that fork. Got the IXF crankset with a Bucklows bottom bracket. We've got the Shimano MT, let's see if we can get that guy to focus, MT 200 brakes. Of course, I still have the Dork disc there, but this is a super fun bike. It is very, very lively, very easy to get some air on. It's pretty fun. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. Please tell me what you think. Would you have done that? I mean, that little bit of shaking, I mean, it's just so minute, but I really didn't like it at all. It really was distracting. I really could feel it on the trail. And I don't know, is that something that you all have experienced with Exa Form dropper posts? Do you think turning it down in the lathe to fit in there, do you think that's what affected it? If so, leave a comment. Let me know why you think it was like that. Yeah, anyways, hope you enjoy the video. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.